how to make crepes. We'll start off with the preparation of the crepe pan and the materials needed. We'll need 4 large eggs, butter, 1½ cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, 1½ cups of milk, some sugar, some Nutella. We'll need a specialized crepe spreader, some water, a Nutella spreader, a plate, a bowl, and a spoon. For preparation of the crepe pan, we'll turn it on and turn it to the highest setting. On mine that's 5, but on yours it may just be high or a different number. We'll next go on to making the batter. First, take your 1 cup and 1/2 cup of milk and pour it into your bowl. After you're done with that, take the 1 teaspoon of salt, measure it out, and put that in your bowl too. Take your spoon and slightly mix it up to make sure the salt is completely dissolved. Next, move on to the flour. Take your 1½ cups of flour and put them both into the milk and salt. Now, if you're making I almost forgot the eggs. 4 large eggs. Now, if you're making half a recipe of crepes, then you could normally just mix it with a spoon, but it tends to get tougher to mix it with a spoon with a full recipe. So use a milkshake mixer or something that can mix it better. So make sure that you get all of the bumps out and really make sure it's smooth and everything, so when it falls down onto the crepe maker, you can split it out easy. Now, before we start making crepes, we'll take a few precautions to prevent unfortunate mishaps or mess-ups. First, keep a towel near in case you spill something or just drop a crepe and need to wipe it back up. Next, if it's your first time or you're a beginner at it, maybe it would be a good idea if you had someone else pour the crepe for you so you can just focus on splitting it. Next, before starting, put butter on the crepe pan and dip your crepe wand in water. Now, when you're doing the crepe wand, you would think it would be a motion like this, going circular, but you really want to draw it in sort of like a circle, like that, going around like that, where you keep this side right here in the center, and then you go around it. Well, and then after you've done it, after you put the crepe on there, sort of just scrape it up, flip it, and then pick it back up and put it straight on the plate. Now we can begin making crepes. So we'll first take some butter and put it on the crepe pan, so it'll melt and make the crepes easy to get off. Now take your wand, dip it in the water, and then spread that butter all around. Now there'll probably be some butter residue, but that's okay. When you start making crepes, it'll pick it up slowly, little by little. I just spread it all the way around, so anywhere it is, it'll be easy to get up. the crepe, that is. Okay, then get all the butter residue off of your wand and dip it back in the water. Now, if you're going to pour it, then go ahead and grab it, and if somebody else is, then get your wand out and get ready to spread. So it's okay if you drip some water on there and pour out the first crepe. And with the butter, you're going to have to spread a little bit faster, but after this first one, you'll be able to spread like normal. Take the spatula and just slowly kind of thread it through there. Pick it up, flip it. And then it should look like on this side, not the first crepe because of the butter, but but the second and all the ones after that should look almost exactly the same color as a pancake, same texture and everything. So then pick it up with the spatula again, just put it straight on the plate, and then leave it. Now, with a full recipe, you'll be about able to get 12 large crepes out of it. So I think we've got a lot more, but we won't waste time doing that. So I'll finish up these crepes and then we'll teach you how to make them, how to put the sugar and the Nutella and all that good stuff on them. Something interesting is once you flip it, you can see the initial circle that you poured imprinted in the back of the crepe, or the top of the crepe, whichever way you want to think about it. Now we'll move on to the final step of crepe making. How to put the ingredients onto the crepe to finish the process. Now, there are a lot of combinations of how to do it, but today I'm going to show you a Nutella crepe, sugar crepe, and a sugar and cinnamon crepe. Now, like you could put sugar on a Nutella crepe, or cinnamon on a Nutella crepe, or anything basically on it. So, crepes aren't just dessert foods either, you can put meats on them and everything. Okay, so this is where our Nutella spreader will come in. Now you can just use a regular knife for this or whatever you have. So, you want to get a big glob of Nutella. And then just kind of, don't press too hard at all because the crepe will rip easily, and then you'll have Nutella oozing out all over, and then you really do have to eat the crepe because you got Nutella all over you. Now don't worry if you flip it over or something or get it stuck, just like you see I did there, because of the stick of the Nutella. Now you're going to want to try to cover at least 1/2 of the crepe with Nutella. And so, see right there, I've got about 1/2 covered. I left a little bit of room around the edges so it doesn't squish out whenever I close the crepe. Now, I decided that instead of just making a Nutella crepe, I'll go ahead and make a Nutella and sugar crepe. So, it's a little bit different with just a sugar crepe, but in Nutella and sugar, you're going to want to not have too much Nutella, too much sugar, because it'll kind of overdo it and you won't be able to eat all of it. So just kind of sprinkle a little bit into the Nutella. Enough that when you're eating it, you could taste it a little bit, but not a ton. Now it's way different when you're just making a sugar crepe, because you'll want to have a lot of sugar in there. And so, here's one of the more important parts. It's folding the crepe. So you fold it straight over like you're making a taco. Then you fold it over once more to where it looks like a pizza. Then you fold it over one last time to where it looks like the cone of an ice cream cone. See, you've got it right there. So I'll just move this straight over to there. Then we'll move on to our cinnamon and sugar crepe. That's an odd shape in crepe. Now, it's basically the same, but what we're going to do is we're going to have much more sugar, still not too much, but a sizable amount of sugar. And make sure to fold this one tightly, because whenever you close it, all the sugar will want to go to the bottom. Now with the cinnamon's pretty strong, so it'll depend on your taste, but you're going to want to have less cinnamon on there. And if you want, you can even just put some on and then like spread it around by like lifting the parts with it on it and just waving it down on. Okay, now same thing, but make sure to this one, like almost crease the crepe, if you know what I'm saying, and then like make sure to make it more exact and everything. And if your crepe is too fat, you don't have to do the last fold, it just makes it easier to eat. And then there's your sugar crepe. And then finally, we'll do one just sugar. It's going to be about the same as sugar and cinnamon, but yeah. So on this one, it's easy to prepare, it's a good crepe for on the go and things like that. Just put the sugar on it, just a slight bit more than cinnamon and sugar. And then make sure to kind of like wave it around a bit so it's not all in the same area. And then just fold it up real tightly. And there you have it. There's the tutorial on how to make crepes. Good luck. Wait, just stop. Before starting to make your crepes, you'll need to know a few things. You know what? Yeah, Before starting to make your crepes, there's a few things that you'll need to know. First, keep this, what is this called?
A towel.
A towel. Before starting to make your crepes, you will need to keep a few things handy and know a few things to start making your crepes. Before you start making your crepes, you'll need to know a few things about how to make them, just a